Alright, this is week 2 of the Beaver Geoguessr League. Bloomington won last week, that's my team, so yeah. I don't know who we're playing this week, but should be in weekly challenge, I'll say. Yeah, we're playing Green Bay, so this should be a bit tough. I did have a pretty good warm-up, so let's just see how it goes, no stress. Alright, just ignore the fact that we lose 10 seconds to lag, but I low-key feel like I just lock in. Best rock album has no fame. Is this Cleveland? Is that where the Rock and Roll? Or is it Akron? Akron has the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I think. So this is Southeast Grid. Let's look. Akron does have some weird grids. Akron, I feel like if Akron had it, wouldn't it show up on the map? That's my logic. Cleveland. Alright, just look at the street. Monroe and Marshall. Do they have like... No, they have numbers in this part, Cleveland. Because this is definitely 5 cable. I should probably make sure that it's at least in this area. No fronts, that checks out. I just don't know area codes, so I can't use that, but for sale. Does that say anything? No, it doesn't. Blackout Party, what the heck? Martial Arts. I don't know if that's supposed to be a thing, but something with Hot Wheels. I'm just scared that this isn't even close. Something Children's Hospital to the northeast. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just send it. I do think Cleveland will be a better shout. And yeah, it was Memphis. Shoot. Okay, so I'm gonna assume most people will get that round and I'm just a dud. So there had to be some sort of museum that I just am unaware of. Because I mean, I don't know if I'm just incorrectly remembering if the rock and roll is in Memphis, but let's just make it up on the other rounds. This is obviously the South. Where in the South? Who knows? Let's see, does this road have reflectors? That is interesting. Okay, those are inside reflectors. So I'm leaning more the Carolinas. Southwest. The poles. Yeah, these are just general southern. Thinking South Carolina is a better hedge than North Carolina. I'm just worried that it's actually like Mississippi. Or like Alabama. Because I don't think it's Georgia or Florida with the reflectors. But I just need to find ways to break up for round 1. Because that is like, it is a whole lot of information, but niche information. Because like, I just assumed to be the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which I don't even know if it's in Cleveland anymore. That could have just been related to like blues. Because that's big in Memphis, but I don't think I'll get anything else really. I mean, there's nothing out here. There's no cars, no nothing, no. I mean, it's just poles and reflectors. I'm just thinking that type of sign. Yeah, I just think it's more common. You see, like, I think it's a bus sign, like for bus stops. So I think I can just this part of the state will be more forested. Okay, it was in Georgia. Okay, so it was further north. I just think that there's no outside reflectors, which is why I didn't end up in Georgia, but yeah. I shouldn't be too high in the rankings right now after round 1. Let's be honest. Huntsville International Airport. Should we just go immediately? Alright, northeast-ish. Huntsville, that's the airport. I just need to find out. So Southwest is rental cars, so we'll be in this sort of thing. That should surely be some sort of rental cars over here. Shouldn't be taking me this long to 5K, but I do think, yeah, it should just be there. Nice. But, I mean, the rounds like those, they're easy points. Unfortunate because I need to get better in the rankings after round 1. But US 36 and C Street, instantly thinking Nebraska. As long as they have a US 36, we should be good. 136. Uh-oh. US 36, US 36, 136. They only get the lower numbers up here. Look back in the south. That's 136 again. Maybe if we follow it like into Missouri, we'll find US 36. Because what the heck? Is it Illinois? Is it further east? Maybe it is further east. Looking at the landscape. Now there's a real chance US 36 136 never meets up with US 36. I'm looking like across this Indiana, so that's 50. That's 50 itself. Holy crap. US 36 should not be this hard to find. There's a 136. I mean, I just guess somewhere along 136 and be happy. But this should be, what the heck? I mean, yeah, that could be an Illinois play, but I just hedge middle. Yeah, there's US 36. So I'm going to assume it ends indicator, and that's why I didn't see any further west, but that's unfortunate. So we're 17,822 is the leaderboard, so we're 3,000 behind that. I don't know how many people played, so I should be like bottom 5. Like, so 165, this is Florida probably, or Louisiana for this round, but I'm just doing the math because, like, don't want to be doing bad against a good team. Probably thinking about that too much and slacking on the rounds because of it, but whatever, you have to say something when you record these, so. It's just, is this Florida? Is this Louisiana? Because this is definitely coastal. And this isn't South Florida. I want to see these trees feel more like Louisiana, but they could be like a South Carolina too. Like that really looks like a South Carolina plate. Can I find South Carolina 165? Because I feel like there's many states that put there's like highway signs like that, but South Carolina I think is the most common. So don't look too far north. Probably really gonna have to. I don't even know, like, scrolling around if like the numbers aren't really showing, which is kind of disappointing. But just throw it there for now. It's 165. Because like it really can't be too much of anywhere if it's in South Carolina. Is it? I really don't think it's by Myrtle Beach. I don't think it's that far north. I just don't know why all these roads. Yeah, see, you zoom in and it shows a stupid number. I'll go way south in South Carolina. Okay, not bad. So it was just by Charleston is that road. 4524. All right, let's just see. Okay, all the rounds were in the right area. So 18934, it's not bad considering how badly I messed up round 1. All right, so yeah, 8th out of 10. That's not great, but not much better than my teammate is right next to me. Rookie went off, good job, and Annie right behind. So yeah, I don't know how many of these are Wisconsin. No, at least a couple. I think Savage Brick is Wisconsin. That's not great. I mean, I should probably just wait to see the results until they're over, but yeah. I'll see how well this ages. The answer is it didn't really age well. I mean, not surprised, but I'll just let the round results speak for itself. Yeah, only 5 people missed Memphis, and one of those misses was in Tennessee. Turns out that's what happens when you don't read signs that are pretty easy to read and what you should be reading on a no-read round like that. Round 2. Now, this wasn't the best guess. I mean, I shouldn't have thought that the reflectors eliminated Georgia entirely, but I mean, all the guesses in the South are pretty reasonable. Surprised about the Michigan. I mean, if you think they're Northern Pines, I mean, go for your guess. But yeah, just a pretty standard guess and hedging for Carolina when it's actually Georgia. That's a good guess by Vivegti, or however you say his name. He was in the right county, which, if you know Georgia County, it's pretty good because of how big they are. But anyway, yeah, Huntsville. I mean, if you're just like sending Huntsville because you don't want to spend time, I mean, whatever. But this was like as free as a 5K can get, pretty much. Round 4, yeah. I mean, I somehow didn't find US 36 in 2 minutes, and the answer is it does go all the way to Kansas. It doesn't end. I'm just bad at reading Google Maps sometimes, but I was at least able to guess in the right part of Illinois, so I didn't lose too much there. Obviously, a bunch of 5Ks. I'm not going to count them up. And round 5, this is where I really made up because a lot of people, there's like 5 or 6 in Louisiana. Yeah, there's 6. I would see more across the South, few in Florida. But yeah, I think the biggest tell was the sign looking at the state route. It's a bit annoying that Google Maps doesn't show the state route until you zoom in like really close. Like even this far, you don't see it. You have to go all the way in, and finally you'll see South Carolina 165. But yeah, pretty much all these guesses in South Carolina, like from Orangeburg down, are reasonable. And if you don't know about like the street signs of like which states have like signs of just saying the route, then pretty much any guess like south of like I-20 really is reasonable enough. So yeah, I finished 28th out of 37 for the week. So obviously not what you want. I mean, hey, if I got Memphis, I would have been 10th place. So there's that. If I So let's just hope that for this week, which I'll play soon and the video will be out next week, I do better, and hopefully the rounds aren't stupid. Like, well, I wouldn't call the round stupid this week. It's mostly me being stupid, but so is the way of the Beaver Geoguessr League. I'll see y'all next week.